Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory here with Will and Tad. We're here to bring you all intensive, all exclusive coverage of all 32 teams in the NFL. And we're here to continue on to our preseason series of the Atlanta Falcons today. We're here to bring you the Atlanta Falcons in today's episode. Obviously, Michael Penix Jr. is going to be called upon to take the snaps um, and make the throws. I mean, we got Michael Penix Jr. out of Washington. They drafted him last year. You draft Michael Penix Jr. last year. He does come in and get a bit of a starting sample, and he will be called upon to start this year. So, um, I'm scratching my head at why the Atlanta Falcons went about the quarterback situation the way they did. Um, you go out and you draft Michael Penix Jr., which caused a major quarterback controversy. And I'll let Tad touch on that.
Yeah, so very interesting handling of the quarterback room for Atlanta. Of course, you sign Kirk Cousins in free agency to the big deal. He's your starting quarterback coming off his Achilles injury last year. He, he has some up and downs throughout the year, as you would expect a recovering quarterback to have. He put the Falcons in a position to be in contention for the playoffs, and then they elect to switch Cousins to Penix on the late in the season there. So you go with Penix. It's definitely tough for Kirk Cousins to see his season end that way late in his career as a super seasoned veteran. So I mean, it's difficult. It's the NFL. It's gonna happen in the NFL, but it's definitely not easy to see. Um, Michael Penix, he's definitely though he's a high level player. I was very big on him coming out of Washington, and I think that he could have a very prosperous NFL career. I'm very interested to see how he looks in his second year.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Penix Jr. to me, Tad. On a serious note, I mean, there's nothing we the fans can do about it. As much as we'd love to see Kirk Cousins probably be out there still playing. And if you got like an emotional tie to it, I mean, yeah, absolutely, you want to see him still out there playing and everything like that. But the fact of the matter is, there's kind of just nothing we can really do about it. So Michael Penix Jr. is going to be the guy, and I certainly believe. Like, here's the thing, we're starting to enter an era of quarterbacks where you want to be able to see them do a lot with their arms and their legs. And I mean, I remember Michael Penix Jr. at Washington when he took this team to the national championship against Michigan, and I mean, obviously, this was a quarterback even in that season that he did that had tremendous leadership, tremendous poise, tremendous athleticism. So I mean, he can throw the ball well. When he has the pass protection that he'll definitely need, he is definitely one of the more upper ranked quarterbacks for sure, and he'll have great weapons to throw to for sure. Starting with wide receiver Drake London. Drake London to me is for sure one of the top 10 wide receivers in the league. I'm excited to see what Drake London can do this year.
Yeah, I definitely believe that with high level quarterback play, Drake London, he is going to continue to play at a high level. He's by far the leader in the clubhouse in the wide receiver room here. Got some interesting pieces around him, but he is definitely the leader there. Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod, Kadero Hodge. I mean, they are all receivers that could complement him, but it's clear that Drake London is the best option for Michael Penix to get rolling this season.
We also saw some training camp footage where Michael Penix mentioned that he was definitely going to get Kyle Pitts involved in the game a lot more. So you know, expect Kyle Pitts to really improve and evolve as a tight end too, and Michael Penix might just be that quarterback that can complement him well.
Yeah, I know it's definitely been a tough run for people that have been try trying to trust Kyle Pitts. Thinking more maybe on a fantasy perspective there, but for Kyle Pitts, he's had a lot of hype coming out of Florida as a high draft pick, a tight end, projected to be one of the better tight ends in the league. To this point, he has not come close to living up to that, but I definitely think that Michael Penix can form a solid connection. It's not too late for Kyle Pitts, so I do want to bring that up.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not. And yeah, when it comes to Penix Jr.'s offense, he's also going to have a very solid halfback, B. John Robinson, backing him up. In my opinion, B. John Robinson, a top 10 running back in this league.
Yeah, top 10. I think he might even be close to borderline top five level. So they have a very quality backfield. Bijan definitely great at running, great at catching out of the backfield. So a lot of momentum there. Tyler Algier, a very, very solid backup level player. So I think this could be, well, they have some high level off offensive skill players. We touched on Robinson, London, so I think this could be a solid enough offense if Michael Penix develops the way they're hoping.
Yeah, you had a mainly defensive draft, except for offensive tackle Jack Nelson out of Wisconsin. To add to this offensive line that is already ranked eighth by PFF, you're talking about bringing back Chris Lindstrom to find balance in the run of the pass game. The group was really good in run blocking, but the pass blocking was saying that they were apparent. So definitely look for the Falcons to, Michael Penix Jr. is going to need that pass blocking protection for sure when we mention guys like Kyle Pitts and Drake London. So, yeah, I mean, you got Matthews at the left tackle position, Lindstrom, your best player for sure at right guard, McGarry, the tackle. You definitely got two of the best guards in football, two top 20 guards we're looking like, and then New Zeal, of course, at the center spot. So the biggest thing for the Falcons is, can they maintain that pass protection? I mean, we know that the run protection can be there for Mr. Robinson Jr., but the biggest question mark for this offensive line is, can they sustain the pocket long enough for Michael Penix Jr. to make some deep field throws?
Yeah, can they do that? Can Ryan Newsill be a solid replacement to Drew Dahlman? I think those are very interesting questions. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So that's going to be a very interesting offense. I didn't really have any other takes on the offense.
Yeah, so looking at the defense then, they they have a very interesting defense. They spent two first round picks on the defense also. Jalen Walker out of Georgia and James Pierce Jr., the edge out of Tennessee. So those were their two first round picks. So definitely beefed up the front seven, a front seven that needs some playmakers. So hopefully they get that with the guys they drafted for them.
Yeah, Xavier Watts, who, unfortunately was the runner up and just fell short of winning the national championship. I bet that stung for him, Mr. Xavier Watts. But hey, now you get to go cover receivers in the NFC South. Billy Bauman Jr. out of Oklahoma as well. So both those guys, getting drafted and called upon to fill some big roles on this defense for the Atlanta Falcons, and that's going to be key to see how some of these guys can come in here and fit in right off the bat. You also got Jalon Walker when they're lined up in nickel. He'll be on the field there too. The edge defensive rusher out of Georgia. So homegrown there, right down the road in Athens. So yeah. So not too often that happens that you graduate from the school and then get to go play for the local NFL team that's right nearby. So a very exciting story there for him. Hughes and Terrell, the two corners. I mean, they're a very solid duo. Mike Hughes out of UCF, and yeah, AJ Terrell out of Clemson. So you're gonna definitely need for them to be able to shut down some of these um, receivers that you have in this NFC South, like some Chris Olave, some Tedero McMillans, some Mike
Mike
Evans,
Evans.
some Chris Godwins, guys like that. That's going to be big jobs for Terrell and Hughes. Jesse Bates, probably the best player on this entire defense, Tad. I would probably have to rank Jesse Bates top 10 amongst safeties in the league. He's definitely a top 10. He's definitely not the best. Unfortunately, he is not the best safety in the division. That probably belongs to easily Antoine Winfield Jr., but Bates is right up there in his tier.
I think it's fair to say that Bates and Winfield Jr. they're both top five level safeties in my view.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Definitely upper grade safeties, absolutely for sure. So, but the biggest question is, can Jesse Bates, or I'm sorry, not Jesse Bates, yeah, Jesse Bates, can he go out there and can he mentor the rookie Xavier Watts, who's going to be playing the
Mhm.
strong safety position? So, as the free safety, you're going to have to definitely go up there and take that sense of leadership in the way that you're going to have to. So, yeah, what do we know about the special teams?
Yeah, looking at the special teams, Young Wei Koo is a very solid kicker there. He's been very consistent at what he does out of Georgia Southern, arguably one of their better players. Had a bit of a down year last year. I think he was dealing with some injuries. He missed three three games, 25 out of 34, but before that he's had a very consistent career. So I think he's definitely in line for a bit of a bounce back year, you could say. Bradley Pinion, the punter there, he is going into his, I want to say,
Yeah,
10th year.
he's been in the league for a while. He's played for the 49ers. He's been in the NFC South for a while. He's been playing with he played for the Buccaneers in 2019. He played with them for 3 seasons. This will be his fourth as a Falcon. So hopefully, Falcons fans, you don't see too much of Bradley Pinion on the field. That's your hope.
Yes, that would definitely be the hope. Jamal Agnew will be the lead return man with other options like Ray Ray McLeod, Mike Hughes, who of course had the big return in his one of his final college games against South Florida, but D. Alford, Natron Brooks, guys like that. And now we're gonna talk a little about Liam McCullough, the long snapper there. So out of Ohio State, uh, mm, played there from 2015 to 2019, so he was a part of that national championship team with guys like Zeke Elliott. So that was definitely a big moment for him. So he spent some time with the Raiders, with the Steelers, and then since 2022, he's been here in Atlanta. And actually, this March, he signed a 4-year contract extension. So it seems, at least for the midterm future, he will be sticking with the Falcons. He's played in 51 games, has 6 total tackles. And an interesting note is that he is of Greek descent. And I mean, I don't personally know of a lot of other Greek players in the NFL, so I think that's a very interesting little tidbit there. And I think he has potential to be a high level long snapper.
Yes, absolutely, he does. So, and they're gonna need him. They're gonna need him in those big moments, especially Young Wei Koo and Bradley Pinion, who'll be the holder as
Mhm.
well. So, yeah, yeah, Gridiron Glory. Don't know what other podcasts you guys are listening out there to, but let me know if they give you long snapper reports like we do here on the Gridiron Glory with Will and Tad.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So let us know.
Yeah.
Um,
Thinking of
the
a bit of a
prediction for the
prediction.
Falcons, my prediction for the Falcons is probably anywhere from, truthfully, 8 to 12 wins, just depending on how things go with Michael Penix, how things can go well with the tight ends, the defense, how you can get some of your new draft picks welded in. So that's going to be key.
Yeah, as for me, I also trust Raheem Morris to lead this team to have a fairly solid season. Um, Obviously, with such a young quarterback, you want to be a bit on the safe side. So I'd also be in the 8 to 11 range with Atlanta. I think they'll be a fairly solid team.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you all for watching the Gridiron Glory. Please like, subscribe, and follow for great content. Thanks for watching.